Hey Sun Ecology Club, we're going to give you a quick tour of the secret garden on Saturday, April 17th? 18th. Thank you. This thing's plugged up. I don't know if you can see or not. Almost nothing's coming out of it, so we're going to lift it up and clean all the crud out of the pump so it'll start pumping again. We got some wildflowers growing behind it. Yes. And below it, we got wildflowers growing around the base of it. And there's lots of bird noise in here. There's a bird over on the bird feeder. If you can see him or not. Here, let me zoom in. Doesn't seem to be afraid of us. We're gonna fill up the bird feeder. Here, we're coming over it. He's not very afraid. Hi, birdie. There, flew away. All right. Back to the tour. Doesn't look like it's been mowed for a while, which is fine because we got a lot of wildflowers growing. It's like a little meadow back here. There's little purple wildflowers growing all through here. And the bulbs from the bulb project are still blooming. And then these things in this bush are past their prime right now. You can kind of see. They're dried, they're hard and dry. Okay, we planted a bunch of butterfly bushes along the back of the wall here. Nothing will be showing just yet. And then you can see the tulips are kind of past their prime. And the red bud, here, I'll get over here on the sun side. The red bud is in full bloom here in the courtyard. And Zach fed the goldfish. If you look at them, they seem to be doing pretty good. Actually, that's a reflection of these red leaves on this bush here. There we go. So there's a white goldfish in here somewhere. Zach was pointing out. Oh, it's underwater. They're looking big and healthy. We haven't been feeding them as much. We were feeding them when everybody was still going to school. We were feeding them 2 or 3 times a week. We're probably only getting over here about once every 2 weeks. Still got to clean up the net that covered it up for the winter. But the fountain's working just fine. And honestly, guys, the secret garden is open. You can maintain social distance while you're over here in the secret garden, as long as you're here by yourself. Here's some of the flowers, if you look, that are growing in the grass, because it's not being mowed. And we've been feeding the birds. And if you look, a little secret surprise. There is a bird's nest in there. Looks like there's no baby birds in there right now. Sorry. There we go. Sorry about the whiteout. Probably no owl in the owl box, but we'll look around here around the base of the tree and see if we can find any owl pellets. And let him do that on his own. Otherwise, the garden's looking good. This tree, this flowering crab right here, it's a white flowering crab, I think. It's in full bloom. This dogwood is just past full bloom. So the garden is looking really pretty.
That thing was closed just recently.
Yeah.
We left it open last time.
We had a bird's nest in here, and somebody, it could have been the wind, closed it. Some little bird had built a nest in here. It's looking kind of ripped up and nasty now, but it had a perfect little hole in the middle.
I just found something in the bird bath.
We're gonna go look at something that Zach found in the bird bath.
Algae in the bottom.
What is it?
Algae in the bottom. I think.
Yeah. A lot of growth going on in there. And here's all those flowers. Rose bushes are coming back. They got mowed completely down last summer. Got a couple rose bushes, one there and one here. And that's about it for the secret garden. We're gonna fill up the bird feeder over here. There's bird's nests in almost every one of these bird feeder, bird nest stations. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6. Oops, sorry. One over here. Back there in the corner.
I found a little bit of remnants from the cotton tree.
Yeah. The fluff that comes off the cottonwood trees.
Yeah.
That's what plugs up the pump in the fountain. And that is your tour, your Saturday tour of the secret garden. Bye. We're gonna do some maintenance on the fountain. So first things first, safety first, unplug it. And inside here is a pump. Now when I push this, the pump, all the air comes out of it. And then the pump is attached to this white hose which goes all the way through. So then I get this out of the way, pull this up, come in here and give me a close-up. What happens to the little pump is that it gets clogged with crap. You know, like tree debris and stuff that falls into the fountain, and then it can't pump. So the trick is you got to come in, show this. We might have to get something like a pick or something, a toothpick or something sharp, or I'll just try snapping it. And we'll try to get it all off. Once you get all this off, can you see it from the video? It's kind of hard because the water is shaking in front. See how I'm getting all these little fins cleared out. Oh, sorry. Make sure no water drops cut on the camera lens. Okay, once you got it all off, you tilt this up. This is where the water comes out, and I'm doing it by feel. There's a hose in there, and I pull this back. Now, you saw how much it was coming out? Watch when I plug it back in. Watch the, here it is. Okay, should see more water coming out now. There you go. So when you walk up and look at it and there's hardly anything coming out, that's because it's plugged. Get the water all over this thing, and it'll drip off these tips here if you do it right. We used to have little things that we can jam in here to level it up, and I don't know I'm not sure what happened to those. That's it. It's fixed. That's how you maintain the fountain. The Ecology Club, we have a surprise that we found while we were cleaning up the net that goes over the pond. Can anybody guess what this is over here behind the bear along the wall? Anybody know what that is? That is a groundhog burrow. See all the dirt he's dug up? I'll get the trap out, we'll catch him, we'll do a live catch, and we'll move him to a nicer place. We don't want a groundhog in the secret garden tearing things up.